Number 10. Ellen takes a selfie. The biggest selfie in history, actually. While hosting the 86th Annual Academy Awards in 2014, Ellen DeGeneres had a ball, interacting with the audience plenty of times throughout the show.
Meryl, here's my idea, okay? So you are nominated, it's a record-breaking 18 times, right? So I thought we would try to break another record right now with the most retweets of a photo.
The selfie featured celebrities like Bradley Cooper, Jennifer Lawrence, Brad Pitt, Julia Roberts, and even Meryl Streep.
Yeah, you should get in here too, Julia. Lean in. Channing, if you can get in also. Channing, Bradley, will you come in? No, I want you in it. Jennifer, come in also.
After Ellen posted the selfie on Twitter, it received over 3 million retweets, more than any picture in the history of the site.
Your arm. All right.
My arm goes way
All right.
My arm's definitely better.
Okay. Hey, that's good. Look at us.
Nice.
Oh, yes! We did it!
Oh, I've never tweeted before.
The Oscar goes to James Cameron for Titanic.
Number 9. James Cameron is king of the world. Quoting yourself can be a risky move, but that's exactly what James Cameron did when he won Best Director in 1998 for Titanic.
I don't know about you, but I'm having a really great time.
Titanic ended up winning 11 Oscars that night, tied for the most of all time with Ben-Hur and The Lord of the Rings: Return of the King. During the historic win, Cameron used a famous line from the film in his acceptance speech. Cameron had also written the screenplay for Titanic, though, so he was effectively quoting himself.
I'm the king of the world!
And the Oscar goes to Heath Ledger in The Dark Knight.
Number 8. Heath Ledger wins posthumously. The Dark Knight was a massive success in 2008, largely due to the unique portrayal of the Joker by Heath Ledger. Nominated for 4 Academy Awards, The Dark Knight broke major ground for the superhero genre. Unfortunately, Ledger died of an accidental drug overdose on January 22, 2008, and never saw the film released, nor the massive impact his performance would have on pop culture as well as the Batman mythos.
Firstly, we'd like to thank the Academy for recognising our son's amazing work, Warner Brothers and Christopher Nolan in particular, for allowing Heath the creative licence to develop and explore this crazy Joker character.
His Oscar was received by his family, who spoke on his legacy and dedicated the win to his daughter.
Heath, we both knew what you had created in the Joker was extraordinarily special, and had even talked about being here on this very day. We really wish you were, but we proudly accept this award on behalf of your beautiful Matilda.
Number 7. Charlie Chaplin's Oscar. In 1972, Charlie Chaplin returned to Hollywood when he was honored by the Academy of Motion Pictures Arts and Sciences for his pioneering work in the earliest days of cinema. Chaplin's films like Modern Times, The Great Dictator, and The Gold Rush helped revolutionize filmmaking and comedy as a whole. Being given the honorary award, Chaplin received a 12-minute-long standing ovation before giving his humble speech.
Oh, thank you so much. This is an emotional moment for me. And words seem so futile, so feeble. I can only say that thank you for the honor of inviting me here. And oh, you're wonderful, sweet people. Thank you.
And the Oscar for Best Performance by an Actor in a Supporting Role goes to Jack Palance, City Slickers.
Number 6. Jack Palance works out on stage. In 1992, Jack Palance won the Oscar for Best Supporting Actor for his role in the comedy City Slickers. During his acceptance speech, the 72-year-old talked a little bit about what it was like to be an aging actor working in Hollywood.
You know, there are times when you reach a certain age plateau where the producers they talk about you and they say, well, what do you think? Can we risk it? Can we do it? Can we use him?
Before dropping to the ground and doing several one-handed push-ups.
Like, for instance, you go out there and you do these.
The show was being hosted by Palance's co-star in City Slickers, Billy Crystal, who quipped that Palance had just bungee jumped off the Hollywood sign.
Billy Crystal. I crap bigger than him.
And the Oscar goes to Cuba Gooding Jr. and Jerry Maguire.
Number 5, Cuba Gooding Jr. vs. the Orchestra. In 1997, Cuba Gooding Jr. won the Oscar for Best Supporting Actor for his work in Jerry Maguire. Coming up to the stage, Cuba was shaking with joy. He quickly thanked his wife, and just like that, his time was up. But that wouldn't stop him from taking advantage of this once-in-a-lifetime opportunity.
I know I have a little bit of time, so I'm gonna rush and say everybody, and you cut away, I won't be mad at you. Tom said, don't forget to thank your wife. I will never forget to thank my high school sweetheart and the mother of my children, Spencer and Mason.
As the music started swelling behind him, instead of wrapping it up, Cuba got more amped, yelling the names of the people he wished to thank above the orchestra.
I just wanna, here we go. Okay, the studio, I love you, and Cameron Crowe, and Tom Cruise, I love you, brother. I love you, man. Derek Rose, Sean Settles, Keith Butler, all my behind-the-scenes crew.
His energy was infectious, and all of the stars in the audience were clapping and standing for him.
Everybody involved with the movie, I love you. Oh my goodness, here we are. I love you, I'm gonna keep going. Harley Junior Agency, everybody, I love you all.
Number 4, Sally Field's acceptance speech.
And the winner is Sally Field in Places in the Heart.
We like her, we really do. When Sally Field won the Academy Award for Best Actress in 1985, her acceptance speech became a moment that would be parodied for years to come, even in major films like The Mask.
Thank you. You love me. You really love me.
The Mandela effect has come into play a little bit here, though, because she didn't actually say, "You like me, you really like me." What she said was, "You like me right now, you really like me."
And I've wanted more than anything to have your respect. The first time I didn't feel it, but this time I feel it, and I can't deny the fact that you like me right now. You like me.
And the Oscar goes to
Number 3, Life is Beautiful. In 1999, during the 71st Annual Academy Awards, Roberto Benigni gave us one of the most excited reactions ever when Life is Beautiful won the Oscar for Best Foreign Language Film. Roberto's energy spread throughout the entire theater. After he was announced the winner, he jumped up on his seat as Steven Spielberg helped him keep his balance. Roberto then high-fived and celebrated with those around him before literally hopping onto the stage.
Thank you, Sophia. I leave here the Oscar, but I want you. I want to be rocked by the waves of your beauty.
Adrien Brody.
Number 2, Adrien Brody kisses Halle Berry. The Academy Awards are the biggest night in Hollywood, and emotions can be running pretty high during the ceremony. After winning the Oscar for Best Actor in 2003 for his work in The Pianist, Brody was caught up in the moment and planted a huge kiss on the surprised Halle Berry, who was presenting him the award. In interviews later, Brody said that by the time he had finished the kiss, they were already flashing the sign that said, "Get off the stage, your time is up." It was amazing. We really can't blame Brody though. After all, who wouldn't want to kiss Halle Berry?
Whoa. I bet they didn't tell you that was in the gift bag. Oh my God.
And the Oscar goes to Halle Berry in Monsters Ball.
Number 1, Halle Berry's speech. In 2002, Halle Berry made history when she became the first black woman to win the Academy Award for Best Actress for her performance in Monsters Ball.
Oh my God.
Berry's emotional speech was one of the most powerful in the history of the awards and moved the entire audience to tears.
This moment, so much bigger than me. This moment is for Dorothy Dandridge, Lena Horne, Diane Carroll.
She dedicated the Oscar to all the women who had come before her, who went unrecognized, and to the future generations that now had a chance because the door had been opened.
Vivica Fox, and it's for every nameless, faceless woman of color that now has a chance because his door tonight has been opened. Thank you. I'm so honored. I'm so honored, and I thank the Academy for choosing me to be the vessel, but which is blessing my flow.